Hail adventurers, Pwn Star here with Pwn Star Gaming. Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm really excited about this video. There is a lot going on in Avedon that we don't even know about. If you're like me and you are just kind of playing the rat race game and all that good stuff, then maybe you have oversought some of the roleplay community story. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about what's going on today. There is, as you guys know, an event going on right now where basically you contribute some items, you put them in this little cool gold chest, and something's gonna happen later, right? Well, I'm here to tell you all about it and even a little bit about the story behind it. So sit back, grab yourself a beer, and let's talk about it. All right, so before we get started on the actual event itself, let's talk about some of the story that this whole event has transpired. Thank you, Eric Gray. From on December 10th, Eric Grady, first sergeant rank, mind you, encountered some rather odd and strong looking orcs. A lot different from the Bloodrock clan orcs that we're all familiar with, or those orcs over in Nucero, or just any of the random orc forts that we encounter on a daily basis. These guys looked stronger, they looked more agile, all this crazy stuff, right? But they had a lot of loot on them, okay? There was some pack horses, and they just were carrying tons and tons of loot, and they weren't really guarded that much when it came down to numbers. So he did what any first sergeant would do, and he ambushed them. He ambushed them and he took their loot, and I will say he wasn't prepared for the master of combat that these orcs were. They were a lot stronger than he anticipated, and they suffered a lot of more injuries and casualties than what they thought. Well, what they ended up doing after they attacked and killed these orcs is they took all the loot over to a abandoned farmstead that was pretty nearby, and they stationed themselves in there, and they sent some messengers. Okay, they sent one over to the west, they sent one over to the east, and they said, hey, we've got a bunch of loot and we need some backup, right? Well, when they sent them out there, one of them came back with 7 different travelers from the U militia. Thank you, Kenny Nelson. Kenny Nelson led a group of 7 travelers right on back to what we'll call the Alamo of the farmstead. And then the guy that went to the other direction, well, she ran into the Bloodrock clan. The Bloodrock clan was not very receiving of her, and they interrogated her, and they did all those cool, terrible, terrible things. Cool, terrible, terrible. Well, I guess it's cool if you're a Bloodrock clan orc, but either way, they did all those things, and they found out where they were located and that they had a bunch of loot. Well, Nerul, leader of the Bloodrock clan, decided that they were going to raid the Alamo, and they went over there, and a great battle ensued. Nerul took over this place. They killed the pack horses, they took the loot, and in the loot, they found some really odd notes in the treasure from the pack horses, and it was a different yet familiar language. It was also it was an orcish language, okay? And so he could kind of familiarize himself with some of it, but they didn't really quite understand what it was, and somehow, some way, they were able to decipher something about the Uricton Bluffs, okay? That part is unclear as of now. Well, they marched on Uricton Bluffs, and they had the loot with them. I don't know if it was because they were going there to find refuge, or if they were going there to attack or infiltrate or whatever, but what they found was those same orcs in a much larger number that people had ambushed earlier. There were some suicide bombers. If you guys think about Lord of the Rings, where they're running in there, they got the bomb strapped to them and just kaboom, right? That's what they encountered, and along with a bunch of really strong guys. Okay, well, the Bloodrock clan they retreated back with all the loot on them, and they made it back home safely after the Bloodrock clan had retreated with the loot, and they made safe refuge. Now somehow the Prevelia Manor is under distress. It's under attack. Those same crazy, strong, weird orcs are surrounding the Prevelia Manor, right? And it's up to us, citizens of Avedon, to come to the, I don't know what's the word, the safety, the arms, the whatever it is. It's up to us to save Prevelia Manor, to save our king, to save our queen who is sick because of Minax, if I remember right from the previous lore. There's a lot going on, and it's up to us to save the Prevelia Manor. There is so much going on, and I'm going to tell you more about it. And let's get started on it. All right, so let me first off start by saying that whatever happens over the next week or two is going to directly impact the roleplay community and the map and some other different things. So it's up to us, citizens of Avedon, to shape the future of Outlands. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. And how you participate is by contributing items up until the 21st of January, and then on the 23rd of January at 4 p.m. Eastern. So 3 p.m. Central my time, because I'm Central. 3 p.m. Central. Yep, there we go. There will be a really big battle. It's going to be really, really cool. Now, what you exactly do is then all of a sudden a bunch of monsters, I guess, are going to spawn at the Prevelia Manor, and it's up to us to defend it, right? Now, let's get back to the contributing items that we're going to talk about. First off, let's talk about how we're going to buff up the defenses of the Prevelia Manor, right? First off, there's bandages and healing kegs, and the more that we contribute there in front of the Prevelia Manor, as you can see here, is going to increase the healers up to a maximum of 4 healers, okay? There's a gem box that's going to grant all players a magic reflect within up to a max of a 30 tile radius every 60 seconds. It's pretty tough right there. Runes, essences, and ginseng, that's going to grant all players up to a 30 tile radius up to a max of 25 health every 30 seconds. Ingots, boards, leathers, and more reagents are going to increase the stats of all NPCs up to a max of 10 times their original stats. That's some beefy defenses right there. Food and beverage box, that's going to increase the NPC's troops' health by 5% up to a max of 25%. So, take all you got, throw it in those drop boxes, and let's defend the queen, shall we? If we've buffed up the Prevelia defenses enough, there is the Cambria Warriors Guild. The Cambria's Warrior Guild, will call them mercenaries of sorts, as they are going to be stronger than their Prevelia counterparts. Once we reach a maximum of 100,000 gold, there actually will be a banker at the Prevelia Manor waiting for us, which will create easy restocks. Let me let you know now, there is going to be a lot of chaos and crazy amounts of death, so you might have to restock. A banker might be needed. Alright, so we have our Prevelian Knights, our Cambrian Mercenaries. Let's get ourselves a nice golem, shall we? All we gotta do is get 10,000 ingots. We've got to get 250,000 gems and 20 runes. At that point, for every 2,000 ingots after that, 50 gems and 10 runes after that, then the golem will receive 1000 more hit points, 10 armor, and 10 resist, up to a maximum of 10 stacks. This right there, guys, I'll tell you what, if we can buff that bad boy up to maximum, I think we'll be good against, I don't know, a lot, right? So buff that bad boy up. All right, so I get it. You're not a blue character. You are more of an evil character or an orcish character, an evil orcish character, mind you. And you want to help the bad guys. That's totally cool. Outlands has provided, thank you, Eric, a way that you can contribute to the new strange orcs, right? And also, by doing so, if you do contribute to these works, you're not only helping buff them, but also if for some way, shape, or manner that the citizens of Abaddon's prevail over these new orcs, they will get more rewards, right? So, as follows: the weapons and magic runes, they increase from 10 magical weapons, 3 magical runes. They receive different amounts of damage and armor, up to 20 stacks. For essences, every 25 they receive 1 attack speed for a maximum of 20. They also, you can contribute explosion kegs. Orc bombers and suicide bombers will have damage increased up to 5 times. Arrows, for every 250 arrows or bolts, hunter's damage is increased by 1 up to a maximum of 15. And then human heads. This one's a lot of fun. Blacklisted, Trammy. I better see you guys contributing your heads that you PK from people into this. Every 15 unique heads, a mini boss will be added, up to 6 different bosses that will be spawned at different times. And if the orcs weren't enough, if there wasn't enough chaos already just ensuing against the Prevelian Manor, ratmen are willing to join the cause of these weird, strange orcs. All that needs to be done is 500 cheese. That's right, 500 cheese you can actually buy from NPC vendors. Needs to be deposited into the draw box in front of the Chiclayan. Let me look here. The Chikek Ratman Fort that is very close to Prevelian. After that point, for every 200 cheese that's deposited, every Ratman is going to receive more damage, more armor, more attack speed, more wrestling, more hit points, up to 10 stacks. And as if orcs and Ratmen weren't enough, the blood cultists have joined the side of these crazy weird orcs. All that needs to be contributed there is nearby Indaria. Just contribute 30 random spell books, any quality, doesn't matter, of magical spell books, and then you will get a bunch of blood cultists and a mini boss, and then every 10 after that will increase the damage, armor, attack speed, wrestling, and hit points up to a maximum of 10 stacks for these new, weird, crazy orcs that want to kill our king and queen. Alright, as you guys can tell, the roleplay aspect of this server is huge, and I do really feel like it's an untapped market as far as gameplay and social aspect to the Ultima Online game. So if you yourself want to get involved in the roleplay community, I would suggest that you first jump into the Outlands Discord under the roleplay channel and just kind of introduce yourself and find out what guild suits you. If you want to, you can join Path. They are kind of like a anti-PK sort of dungeon crawler guild. Reach out to Are You Kiddin'? If you want to become a vampire of sorts, reach out to Mary Ruthless. If you want to become an orc, like the ones you saw in this video, reach out to Nerul. On every Saturday, they tend to raid the wilderness area, and with their orc masks on, or actually, excuse me, they're not masks, they are their actual faces, and they have their own language. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of lore behind that, And then also there's the U Militia, which you also noticed a little bit of lore from here. Reach out to Ace Mason. And then there is the Sir Guild. The Sir Guild is a lot of fun. A bunch of knights in shining armor. Reach out to Sir. Either way, guys, let's jump into our raffle for the week. And heck yeah. All right, here we are. We're ready for our raffle. We've got these guys in here. All you got to do to be part of the raffle is just comment below your video suggestion for next week for your chance to win anywhere from 1 to 100,000 gold. And let's see who's going to win this week. Rob, congratulations, my man. Let's see how much money you win. We've got it set in here anywhere from 1 to 100. 49,000 gold. All you got to do is just message me on Discord and I will gladly meet you in shelter with your check for 49,000 gold. Congratulations. All right, guys. Well, that does it for this week's video. Thank you very much for your continued support. Thank you to the Patreons. You guys are really, really, really helpful. Thank you very much. Also, if you haven't yet, be sure to check me out on the Vosrelpoor podcast, where I was able to sit in the same virtual seat as our server owner, Owen, the server programmer, Luthien, and even Lord British himself and Lord Blackthorn. Where Mustache Gaming interviews me from Pone Star Gaming. Really, really cool situation for myself to be in. And I hope you take an hour to listen to it. And I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Don't forget to like, comment, and video suggestion for your chance to win up to 100,000 gold. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And also, I'm really looking forward to see what unfolds in this next weekend's battle. Guys, have a good one. Pone Star Gaming out.